the alleged shooter, entered the dealership around 11:15 a.m. and, in a tragic turn of events, fatally shot Alonna while she was at work.
2 people are dead in 2 separate shootings at a Toyota service center in Albany. One of the shootings involving police and the suspect.
Show your face! Show your face, please, with sugar on top!
Okay, y'all, now I want to get into this story real quick, right? We did a video covering this already in the past. However, as I told y'all before, I like reacting to certain videos because it gives us a chance to talk on certain things we can't talk about while making a video. Reactions to me sometimes are better because you get to express how you really feel, opposed to creating videos where people don't want to hear all that. They want the information, so it's 2 different styles. However, today we have a story of a young mother who was shot and unalived by her own baby father while she was at work. Crazy. He literally walked up to her while she was at her desk. She thought he was just there to argue again until he pulled out a firearm and shot her multiple times in front of everyone. Now, it was a crash out mission because, of course, police were called and he stayed there long enough for them to come, and when they did, they ended up shooting and unaliving him as well. So unfortunately, a child is now out here without both parents, and I'm sure when he gets old enough to know what truly happened to his parents, it'll make him go crazy. So let's get into this video. Shout out to Viral Crimes. I'll leave a link pinned to the original video in case y'all want to check out more of their content. But in the meantime, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
I would want to die before my kids. I don't want to see none of my kids. I don't want any parent to have to ever go through this.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is the story of Alonna Gallen, a 24-year-old mother whose life was abruptly cut short in a devastating incident at a Toyota dealership in Albany, California. One day while Alonna was at work, the father of her child walked up to her and shot her at point-blank range in front of her coworkers. Alonna was a dedicated worker at the dealership service department, a caring soul, and a loving mother to her 7-year-old son. Tragically, the circumstances surrounding her death left her son orphaned and the community reeling. Why did this happen, and how could her child's father leave their son without any of his parents?
Sure.
Welcome to Viral.
You know what's crazy too? This always happens to the good ones, like the ones that's trying to make something of themselves, the ones that's trying to do something with their life. It always, why it can't happen to the sexy reds and the, what's the other girl that you know what, I ain't gonna even go there, man.
Story takes us to Albany, California, a peaceful city where a heart-wrenching incident unfolded at a Toyota dealership on September 21, 2023. Here, Alonna, a young woman of 24 years, dedicated her time and energy to the service department. Her unwavering commitment aimed to secure a future for her beloved son, King, who was merely 7 years old at the time.
Damn.
Regarded by friends and family as a compassionate and dedicated mother, Alonna lived for her son, ensuring his comfort and happiness. Her life revolved around creating a nurturing and secure environment for King, working tirelessly to provide for him. She was well loved by coworkers and known for her warmth and dedication to her responsibilities at work. She worked at Toyota for 3 years, ensuring financial support for her son while nurturing a strong bond between them. Troubles emerged within the dynamic of Alonna's relationship with her son's father, 24-year-old Lamar Walker. Alonna's mother, Yvonne Gallen, emphasized Alonna's commitment to distancing herself from her son's father due to his reckless behaviors, prioritizing her son's well-being. Although not in a romantic relationship, they committed to co-parenting, as Alonna's primary focus was to foster a healthy co-parenting relationship while prioritizing her son's well-being above all else. On September 21, 2023, tragedy struck at the Toyota dealership where Alonna worked. The tranquility of the Toyota dealership was abruptly shattered on that fateful day. An unknown assailant, the alleged shooter, entered the dealership around 11:15 a.m. and, in a tragic turn of events, fatally shot Alonna while she was at work. The shooter was none other than her son's father, Lamar.
Now look, right? He went up, he walked past. In the other video, I was wondering how they just let him do that. But then again, it is a dealership. Even though this is a service area, but it's a dealership, anybody walk in, they probably don't know that he's there for her to do any of that, of course. But it's just unfortunate. It's crazy. The man literally just walked in the dealership walked past everybody, and just shot her. He definitely was on a crash out mission.
Lamar recently returned to California from Atlanta. It is reported that earlier in the day, he approached Alonna with a cup of coffee. The two exchanged words and he left the dealership. The two were not in a relationship, and the nature of the conversation between the two is unclear, but he would return later with a firearm and shoot and kill Alonna while she is sitting at her desk.
Wow, so that means so he went there twice. The first time he went, they was arguing, went back and forth with each other, and whatever was said, nobody knows, because of course now neither one of them is here. We'll get to that in the rest. But he said something. I don't know if maybe he was trying to get her back or and she wasn't with it. But he said, you know what? I made up my mind. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get my weapon, and his mind was made up when he came back.
Panicked onlookers frantically dialed 911. Law enforcement arrived on scene with their guns drawn. Lamar was then shot and killed. Alonna could have never predicted her baby's father would come into her workplace and take her life. The calm of her daily routine was shattered by senseless violence, leaving her family reeling from the sudden, unimaginable loss. The poignant aftermath left her young son without both parents, devastating her friends and loved ones. Tragically, the circumstances and motivations behind the fatal attack remained inconclusive. A comprehensive investigation was immediately set in motion, seeking to unravel the sequence of events leading up to the fatal incident. Yet, little was disclosed about the assailant's motives or the chain of events culminating in Alonna's untimely death.
We found an open door on the west side of the building. We're going to make entry and work our way. See it?
Now at 6, 2 people are dead in 2 separate shootings at a Toyota service center in Albany. One of the shootings involving police and the suspect.
One woman is dead. The suspect, a man, is also dead. Police did confirm that the woman, the victim, was an employee here at the Toyota Berkeley. That is the name of the business. Let's get to some video of the scene earlier in the afternoon. The call came in just before 11:15 this morning for a shooting at the dealership. Police say that when they arrived, they found the victim and then were met with gunfire with the suspect. Now, the Berkeley mayor confirms that police did shoot the suspect. On the other hand, Alameda County Sheriff's Office, they are staying tight-lipped on that part of the investigation as they are still combing through evidence, a lot of body camera video and witnesses. Meantime, I did speak to a customer who is waiting in the lobby when this all went down. She said she heard at least 3 gunshots and immediately ran outside with her son and other employees. I also spoke with an employee off camera. He heard his coworker yell someone had a gun and told everyone to get out of the building and find coverage. Boat told me that police arrived on the scene immediately, and we did get an update from the Alameda County Sheriff's Office about the ongoing investigation. Take a listen.
Before we get to that, you know the crazy part? The craziest part about this to me is how she said they're staying tight-lipped about that part of the investigation when it comes to shooting him. I hope they show the other part, but they have another part where the police actually came in, and it shows that, of course, you know, even though he did shoot her, they shot first, at least according to the body cam I seen. It didn't seem like he shot first, of course, but, you know, rightfully so. If they coming into an establishment and they hear that a man has shot a woman, unalived her, he was that brazen to do that there, then of course they got to make sure they're safe. But we know a lot of these officers too be trigger happy, and I think that's one of the cases here.
We have numerous witnesses that said they saw the suspect shoot the woman. So when you have situations where there are witnesses, you have to sort through, you know, their statements and the statements that will follow from the officers involved and put that together to determine what actually took place.
Alonna's mother, Yvonne Gallon, expressed her frustration over the lack of information provided by the authorities. She recounted waiting for more than 6 hours at a nearby police station before learning about her daughter's tragic fate. The family was still awaiting details about Alonna's belongings and specifics regarding the incident.
The mother of a woman who was shot to death at an East Bay car dealership is searching for answers tonight as her family tries to come to terms with the loss of a daughter and mother who leaves behind a young son.
Yvonne Gallen is the mother of 24-year-old Alonna Gallen, who was shot and killed by the father of her 7-year-old son, King. According to police, the gunman entered the Toyota dealership on Thursday before noon and shot Gallen. When police arrived, they shot and killed the suspect. But Gallen says right now there's more questions than answers.
Everything was, I don't know. We don't have all the information.
Gallen said her daughter loved life, but said her priority was her son.
Her 7-year-old child doesn't have a mother or a father. And that's saddening for me. I told him that his mom and his father was gone. He just laid his head back and said, no, they not. And after that, he's been crying. We all broke out crying. He's been seeing him cry. Everyone cry.
Gallen said,
yeah, but why would you tell us? I mean, of course you gotta, at some point you gotta tell them that, but it's like the way you do it, you know, at least try to make it, damn, but I can't speak on that. You know, God forbid I haven't been in a situation like this, so I really can't, but the way it sounds so, you know, desensitized, like your parents is gone, right? I don't know, like I said, I could be wrong.
her daughter was not in a relationship with her alleged killer at the time of the shooting, but instead that the two were co-parenting King together. Gallen says now both parents are gone, all because of a senseless act.
The abrupt loss of Alonna left her family and loved ones grappling with profound grief and loss. The shock and emotional devastation reverberated through the entire family, changing their lives forever. Most significantly, the void left for her young son King was immeasurable, forcing family members to confront the emotional fallout and the uncertainty of the future without both parents. In the wake of this tragedy, Alonna's mother, Yvonne Gallen, grappled with her own distress and took steps to address the dire situation. She initiated a GoFundMe campaign to support her grandson, King, along with the hefty expenses for therapy. The resounding support from well-wishers poured in, with donations rapidly amassing to provide for King's future and well-being. Yvonne, faced with the prospect of guiding her grandson through this traumatic loss, voiced her concerns about the emotional toll it would take on both of them. As the GoFundMe gained traction, the community rallied around the Gallen family, empathizing with their plight and the monumental task of supporting a young child through such profound tragedy. The funds gathered on the GoFundMe campaign reached an impressive $54,591, surpassing its goal. These resources.
They had a goal of $2,500 and it went all the way to $54,000. Sheesh.
Would ease the financial burden of therapy for King and lay the foundation for his future, providing a semblance of stability following the turmoil of losing his mother. The loss of Alonna Gallen is a reminder of the devastating impact of violence on families. Her family and community are grappling with the profound loss of a vibrant young mother, a life taken too soon. Such incidents call attention to the need for preventive measures and support systems for families affected by such tragedies. The grieving family and friends will need significant support to cope with the emotional aftermath and move forward in the face of such a devastating loss. Alonna's tragic fate and the impact on her family highlight the importance.
Now, when you pay attention to this, right? Look at this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 shots. But then again, if I'm not mistaken, where he shot and unalived her at, he stayed, and that's where he was also shot and unalived. So this could be a mixture of whether it's his bullets or the police bullets. Even though they said, I think they only heard 3 shots, clearly not. Right? Clearly not. This is 17 shots. Try 14 more. Right? So I don't know. This looked like it was probably the police doing, because this wouldn't be the girl, because she was sitting down. It was no need for him. So, oh, wow. So now we pay attention. Yeah, they shot a lot.
Alonna's tragic fate and the impact on her family highlight the importance of early interventions and support networks to prevent similar incidents from occurring, emphasizing the crucial need for healthy co-parenting relationships, particularly for the well-being of children. The heartbreak of Alonna Gallen's story is compounded by the echoes of what could have been. Her family, deeply affected by her untimely departure, faces a steep path towards healing and rebuilding their lives. The community's outpouring of support demonstrates a shared understanding of the hardships faced by the Gallen family and the desire to contribute positively to King's future. The tragic incident underscores the necessity for identifying warning signs and intervening to prevent such grievous acts. Such events have a lasting impact on mental health, necessitating support and resources to help the family navigate the aftermath. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Alright, y'all, so that was pretty much it, man. Like I always tell y'all, whether it's ladies or men, if you got a partner or somebody you're dealing with and they give you them red flags, get away as fast as you can. I know a lot of people like to think, oh, because he or she hit me, that means he or she love me, or we argue a lot, that means we love. No. I've heard people say, oh, arguments is just reassurance. That's one of the most craziest things to think, y'all. Please don't think just because somebody argue with you a lot or put their hands on you that they love you. No, that's not what that means. And that can turn into something fatal in the long run. So you don't want to find out, man. Unfortunately, this man, he definitely did a brazen act, and it seems like he was prepared to lose his life as well. And that's one of the most coward things to do, right? He done took her life and then he didn't pretty much take his own life, but basically, and now the family can't get justice at all. And now a kid is out here without his parents. Messed up situation, man. So like I said, if y'all see anybody y'all dealing with, show you any type of red flags or signs, get away quick, or it could be fatal, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.